Hey everybody, welcome to the GM's Alcove. It's my Forge and Brush painting update. Things I'm painting and working on and things I've completed so far. Some of these I've showed off before, some of them are brand new to the tabletop. And let's take a look at some of this stuff right now. First we got some Napoleonic stuff. These are Saxons, they're 10mm Old Glory. Napoleonics. These are Allied French infantry. I believe they're going to be painted up as Saxons, Prince Anton Regiment specifically, so we're going to ultimately look at blue facings and that sort of thing. I'm opting for gray trousers. They could be white. It could be a mix. I'm going to use gray for these. These are a commission. I've painted this exact unit that Prince Anton before, so I am quite familiar with it. And yeah, there's going to be about 200 models, I think, in all with these guys. And this is just a small fraction of these guys. Not all of them are going to be marching like these little fellows. Got their packs going on. Some of them are going to be skirmishing, and I'm going to show them. You see, so far, pretty basic. I undercoated these with medium gray. I then dry brushed the white jackets, as you can see. That's just dry brushing. And I put on the flesh on their faces and hands. And lastly, so far, in the most recent paint-along I did, I started applying the black paint to the shakos and the muskets, or at least part of the musket. I got most of the musket on there. I didn't paint the bottoms of the muskets. That's going to be black as well. Cartridge boxes will be black. I believe the belting is going to be white, I believe. Pretty straightforward. Great figures to work with. Very familiar with them. As all Old Glory figures, you got to be careful with the bayonets. They could snap off in packing. I did have one figure in here. I don't know where he is. He did lose his musket, which is unfortunate. But that's okay. He didn't lose his musket, but his bayonet. He just doesn't have his bayonet fixed. Maybe he lost it. Shameful. Anyway, this is how far along I am on these. And again, there's about 200. And a big portion of them are going to be marching like this. So there is these guys so far. And this is what I've gotten done so far with those little dudes. Next up is the skirmishers. And this is some of them. I've got them on their little strips for painting. They're all individual poses. Yeah, once again, these are going to be Saxons, and they're going to be skirmishing. Not really far along at all on these. I just cleaned them up and got them on their strips, and that's about it. Got a guy here with a little bugle, trumpet, right there. Nice variety in poses. Guys shooting, loading, so on and so forth. Perfect for skirmishers. So here's this batch, and on top of these, I still have to clean up and put together these little fellows. These are all marching. And I'm going to look around in my stock and see if I have some more skirmishers that might do the trick as well. These are Line Infantry and Shako, Short Coat Elite Company. So I'm going to see if I could fit these guys into the mix because they look extremely similar to the figures that I'm working with. But I'll go through that. Again, ideally, I want to get about 200 of these. And so far, this is what the customer has sent me. And I'm just going to go through my stock and see if I could fill in the rest with that. And while I'm at it, here's another project, 15mm Peter Pig British Airborne. You've seen these guys in the past. That's about a platoon. We got guys at Piats, rifles, submachine guns, 9 commissioned officers, all in the mix. Got some berets in there. These guys are all washed, and they're waiting for their final highlights. I've yet to get to them. Past couple weeks, I've been very focused on finishing up 2 previous commissions. I was working on the Iron Brigade, if you remember, 10mm, and also, what were they? Russian Napoleonics, Magister Militum 10mm. I finished up some Cossack artillery. 6 guns, 24 crew. Really fun. It took me out 4 days from cleaning and priming to final highlights and wash to finish them up, cannons and all. So they're packed and on their way to the customer. Getting back to these guys, 15mm Peter Pigs. This is what I'm currently working on. And these guys were primed black after a good cleaning. And they were dry brushed with some British battle dress brown, which will be the color of the trousers ultimately. Nice base for the jacket color here, which is green ochre. And I painted the flesh as well. I think on all of them, didn't I? Yeah, I did. These 4 strips right here is what I'm working on. These are all crew for 3-inch mortars and a cannon. I'm not actually painting the cannon. That's something the customer is doing. But I have all the crew for these 2 mortars, as well as the crew for a gun, a cannon. I'm not even sure what size or caliber or whatever kind of gun it is, but I'm painting the crew for them. And that's currently what I'm doing with these guys. Now, I'm not really working on this project in earnest at the moment. I'm doing it here and there when I got some time to fit in. I'm really focused on these Saxons and this commission over here, trying to get that done as quickly as possible. In fact, these Saxons, the 200 Saxons, are my Winter Warmer Challenge. Yeah, thanks to Leon T66. And I'm trying to get these done before the end of the month, January 31st, when the Winter Warmer concludes. And anyway, back to these guys, the crew. And so, yeah, flesh. Got the Denison jackets base coated with green ochre. The trousers I left British battle dress brown. And yeah, that's the current state they're in. And, of course, the flesh. Beautiful models to work with. I really enjoy these guys. I pull these guys down here. These, I haven't really done a lot with either. These are part of the same project as the Saxons, believe it or not. Same customer is what I mean to say. And these are some Greek cavalry Pendragon 10 mil that I'm working on to go alongside those pikemen I've been working on. The pikemen are all complete, 130 or so of them. You remember me posting some videos on them. They're all finished, but going along with them is these Macedonian cavalry, Greek cavalry, that I'm going to be working on. Still going to look up a few references for colors and various parts of the model, the clothing that they're wearing. Other than that, I just base coated the horses. You got some whites, shades of browns, gray in there, so on and so forth. And there's about 19 of these models. So yeah, I'm working on these here and there as well. I really want to focus on those Saxons. So you can see me working on all this stuff in the paint-alongs, folks. I do them 5 days a week, usually for 6 hours a session. I usually take a Wednesday or a Saturday off to relax and do other things in life. But you can catch me in those paint-alongs here on YouTube, as well as Twitch and Discord. So check the links in the description below for ways to get in on all that goodness. Also on the painting front, I am thinking about doing a new painting live stream. A little painting show for fantasy and role-playing and that kind of thing. And it's a painting show. And it's going to be me taking on a project such as this little iconic here. I can't remember her name. She's from Pathfinder. She's the rogue, the elven rogue. Can't remember her name. Darn it. But what I'm thinking of doing is actually tackling a single model or a single project or even a terrain piece for fantasy and role-playing games specifically. And from start to finish, paint up the model or craft the piece of terrain all in one go. It'll take several episodes to go through, so it'll be fun to watch and join in as I go through the whole process. I'm curious if you guys would be interested in seeing that. Of course, I am a big fan of role-playing games, so I love miniatures, and I love using miniatures in my role-playing games. So this is kind of, for you RPGers out there, come on over and get some miniatures and do some painting. It's really fun, adds to your game big time. So if you'd like to see something like that as I go through the process of painting these models, let me know, and I'll jump right on this newest little live stream I'm thinking of doing. And it's just some of the figures I'm looking at doing. More iconics for Pathfinder. Again, I can't think of this guy's name. I think he's a bard, halfling. I can't remember. I think this is Sione, another iconic from Pathfinder. First edition model. Again, these are Reaper bones, by the way. And beautiful models. They're the cheaper, I don't want to say plastic. I'm not sure what this material is. It is bendy. Very similar to plastic. And yeah, I haven't painted any of these bones yet. Just the Reaper metals I have. But I think it would be a fun series for you guys to watch me go from beginning to end. I am by no means a professional painter, but I've been doing this for quite a while. I got my own little techniques, and it might be interesting to see, you know? So, again, let me know. And a bunch of goblins. Some are generic D&D or fantasy or whatever you want. Goblins. I do have some Pathfinder-specific goblins, as you can see there. A big old melon head. They are quite unique goblins in Pathfinder. Look a little different. So yeah, let me know what you think about that. Crafting terrain pieces for role-playing games like a tavern or inside of a cavern or something. Things like that. But mostly a miniatures project like, hey folks, let's paint Sione from start to finish. And so on and so forth. So that's what else I'm working on. So folks, I think that's pretty much it for my painting update. Lots going on with the commissions, and I hope things will slow down a little bit next month as I finish up these projects up here. I've got some future projects going up planned in March. We'll see how that goes. As well as doing my own stuff, which includes some 28mm Napoleonics. Oh boy. I got all kinds of plans, folks. So let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe, leave me comments. What else would you like to see me paint? What do you think about this idea for a live stream? Painting along a specific model or project. It'd be fantastically good fun. I haven't done my own stuff in a while, but hopefully that'll all change in the coming months, especially in March. All right, folks, you guys hang in there. Take care. Again, like, share, and subscribe. Leave me some comments. Let me know what you think. And as always, folks, remember, hang in there. It's only going to get better. Take care, folks.